Speaking of defense mechanisms and self-defense, you gonna touch the Hussey?
I'm just about right now.
Oh shit!
What's Hussey?
Like literally just right now. Jay
Okay,
Huss.
perfect.
I was just about to. I was gonna move on to something else, but I just thought they just make sense for me to just chat about Jay Huss.
Hustle away, man.
Jay Huss just recently got caught with a nank. Yeah, with a knife. What happened? Like he was in a car or some shit.
Yeah,
and
near Westfields.
He was
Why
in
did they get near Westfields? Why did they get stopped and searched though? I'm not too sure.
I don't know. I have no idea.
Four black boys in the whip, mate. Fucking stop it, mate. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's enough, innit? But yeah, he's not getting custody until he's going to jail.
He's remanded.
They refused him bail.
Yeah.
I think July is his court date.
I know that enough people were saying, "Oh my god,
yeah,
why he's so fucking stupid. Like, why is he walking around with a knife and all of that?" Yeah, but I'm not saying that he should be walking around with a knife. Okay? I'm not saying that. But what I will say is this: Jay Huss has been stabbed before, a couple of times actually. Yeah, and again, I think that it's very easy to say, because you're who you are now, that, you know, you shouldn't be walking around with this and that or whatever. Yeah. But again, nobody knows the daily shit that he probably has to go through from man and all of that. Yeah. And I think for him, he probably felt like, for him, he probably felt, I'm safer with this in case somebody comes to me and tries to step to me, which again is a problem. For somebody to feel like they got to walk around with that for their own safety, and that is clearly a problem. But I'm not going to sit here and proper criticize him for that, because I know that he's obviously gone through a lot of shit. I know his environment or where he comes from. I know it's just all mad for him, innit? It's unfortunate, but I don't know what happened. Cause I know you probably got something to say, but I know that I heard Lethal said that, you know, he wants to reach out to him and mentor him or whatever, yeah. And I don't think that everyone can particularly be mentored. Well, they probably could. It takes some time. There's like a method to it, innit? There's someone that I'm doing it with at the moment, yeah. And I just think that like those type of things actually would be useful.
They would, but I'm not sure if it helps. As in,
well, that is what a youth club would be.
It's all well and good saying but we're forgetting, like, he's not walking around with a nank for sport. No, trust me, if you didn't think that he needed one, he knows where he's not stupid. He knows exactly where he is in life and who he is. Yeah. And you know what I'm saying? That he knows that he's flipping famous as anything.
Of course.
If he's got one on him, it's because he knows he's an active passer right now that can go off right now. Being stabbed, like I'm not going to say everyone's been stabbed, but as in, like, for example, like we've grown up, I've seen enough, been involved in, like, we've seen enough stabbings, Just because you got stabbed at 16 doesn't mean that later on you have to walk with a knife. But if you're in a passer that's still active, then there is something in your head telling you, I need something near me at all times, because this isn't like I got stabbed and it's kind of blown over. This is still going. This is active. You see what I'm saying? So there is, although you shouldn't, why am I saying shouldn't really? Like, you shouldn't have a knife. We know it's not good. Not. But there are, in some cases, mitigating circumstances, because if someone else is onto you with one...
There's a bigger picture.
Yeah, it's
not just
again, we can't put ourselves... Yeah. It's the same thing, innit? Like, if I've got a passer with someone in the ends, and it is that, it's not just when I see you we're gonna have a word about it, it's really on. Yeah. Then, like, it is what it is, innit? It's like, no one likes to talk about it. He's not gonna say that in fact, he does say in his tunes that he's got a shank on him, but it doesn't really. It, like, realistically, if you're in a mad thing with people that are coming and they're gonna try and nank you up or whatever, then the chances are you will have something there to defend you. Yeah.
Which
and
then,
that's it.
Like,
obviously, the police only
there's
have
a
to get
bigger
lucky
picture,
once.
and that's the reason why you have so much madness going on the road.
Yeah.
Because you know what it is, there's so much things that's happening on the road right now that, again, going back to the rationalizing thing, man are thinking in their head, I have an active thing every day that I have to deal with. So in their mind, they're just thinking that this is just something I just need to do in it. I'm not doing it because I just want to just bad man up and that. Like, he's probably in his mind thinking that I need to just make sure that I'm alive so that I could just make music. Yeah. So if someone comes and steps to me, I need to make sure that I need to make sure that if it's a me or him situation, it's not going to be me, which is a problem. It's a deep-rooted problem.
One thing I want to say about this is, like, I can't really talk on that stuff. I'm not from the roads like that, which, you know, lucky me, whatever.
Privilege you.
Yeah, man. People love to talk about.
Keep going
anyway. Anyway, one thing I will say is when I see the reaction of Twitter reacting to this, oh my God, J Hus is so dumb. Why would he carry a knife? He's made it now. And you see the BBC, all the articles like, rapper, superstar, J Hus got done for carrying a knife. It's easy to forget when you get famous so quick where these people come from.
100%.
You get me? And that's the main thing here. Like, what? Because my man's charted however many times because he's got this plaque on his wall and that plaque on his wall. The beef is still there.
All you gotta do is listen to his music. The music you love, he's telling you what's going on.
But bro, this is what I'm saying. When people listen to drill music, and you see the white boys in Oxfordshire, like, bro, this is real life for these guys, fam. Yeah. It's not Hollywood.
Do you know, like, seriously, like, do you understand the pressure that some of these lot are under?
It's evident,
bro. The pressure that certain man is under is unbelievable, bro.
Yeah,
and like, I don't know, I can't speak on him particularly because I don't know. But one thing I do know that, like, even with artists, like, even if we're going back to artists here, I can tell you as a stone cold fact, bro, there are artists out there, or historically as well, this is not even anything new, that have, like, come from an estate, for example, or come from a particular area, and they've got through, you know what I mean, they're making money, they're doing their thing or whatever, and they've got hella elders on their neck every day to either, like, reach back and to check for the man them, to always be around the man them or whatever it is, and to part with some money. Do you get me? Or you have the younger lot some of the lot that are, like, around their age, who then think that you're sick because you're the one who's got through. So now you think that you're better than us.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? So then now it's like, if you come back to where ultimately you live, where your family is or where your mum is or whatever, then it's a situation for you. And then again, you're going back to your ends now, and more time when you go back to your ends, your yard isn't just there. You've got to go left, right. You've got to park up here. Have you ever been, like, there's been times, where, like, in younger days, where, say, like, remember Kano had that bar? What was that bar? About going to the ends and getting caught slipping.
If you're out the man of Lincoln chicks, that's slipping.
Yeah, bro. You go to you meet a girl or whatever. Yeah, I live such and such or whatnot. Then you go there, and then you park up there. Next minute now, there's all 20 man that's on the estate. You get out, all you're doing is you're just going to go and check a girl or whatever. Yeah. Now you're having this whole issue of all of these man and they know where you're going because they know because she's pretty. Yeah. So all of these man, and then there's that issue. Imagine living there and having to go there every day. And bearing in mind, this situation is always, it's never just park your car up and the house is there. Mm-mm. It's always park your car, then you got to go here, then you got to go through this block, then you got to walk up here, then there's man sitting in the fucking stairway, and you got to walk past these man, then you're in the house, and then you're nervous because you're thinking in your head, I've got to leave, and I'm going to leave late, so there's man again that's still there, now or they know where I live. It's crazy, bruv. And like, that is immense pressure that some of these lot face every single day. Whereas before, it was, if I had beef, if I was from a certain area, I was good in my area, but I just had beef with these man in that area. But before, having beef on their own estate, and having to deal with that every day.
And they're a superstar, Hollywood, whatever.
Yeah, exactly. You can't even do espionage.
So there's just gonna be hatred.
And bearing in mind that certain man, not J Hus, because I know J Hus is really getting it, but there's certain youths that are coming through right now, that are like getting a one song and they're making some money and stuff like that, but not really enough to get you out of your area. It might be enough to take care of your exterior, which is what a lot of people do all of the time. As soon as they get the bag, the first thing they're doing is buying clothes, jewelry, watch, blah, 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 taking care of their exterior. Then they do their interior. And by doing that makes you a target even more. Because if the first 15 grand that you get is about getting a rollie, you still got to go on your estate, fam.
Of course.
Yeah. And I know that watch doesn't depreciate. Yeah. So I know that if I take that on your wrist, I might not get 15 bags for it, but I can get 10 easy.
Bottom line, it's just it's a problem that can't go away, innit? Because it either starts via jealousy or via something like a beef that was never even yours, and it's kind of, you've inherited it, and you got a problem with so and so, even though you don't even know so and so. No one's done anything directly to you, but you're just involved. And I guarantee everyone would prefer to not roll with Nanks. but they can't because it's not like
We've
everyone's
gone past
getting,
the
you
fist
see what I'm saying?
fighting era.
It's gone. You see what I'm saying? It's kind of gone. It's out of control now.
Bro, we gone way past the fist fighting era.
Let me tell you something. Yeah. I'm currently in production. There's a documentary that I'm working on for Boiler Room. Shout out to Boiler Room. I'm fucking waste, man. Where we spend time with a church called Spat Nation. Have you heard of Spat Nation? BBC just made a fucking film on them, and our thing's gone to shit. But anyway, Spat Nation are a church. It's run by Pastor Toby Adeboyega, who is supposedly John Boyega's second cousin. But anyway, like, rich man. There's money in that church. The wealth is obvious. They all wear Louboutins. It's a weird church. There's gospel drill. Like, they have drill rappers in Bally's. Yeah, it's fucked. But the main
the pastors.
It's gospel drill.
It's
drill on the devil. That I'm talking.
They're talking about. They're gonna just
it's gospel. Yeah.
With ballies on. With ballies on.
With ballies on in church.
Man ain't in the church.
Bro, I'll show you. I
swear.
It's fucked.
Man's in the church in ballies.
On the stage like this.
Look.
So they're gonna knock the devil.
To those at home who want to see
you're
this,
having a laugh.
my film
I'm being serious.
You're having a laugh.
There's footage of it.
So there's grandmas with the hats on in church, and at the front is ballies.
Drill rappers, gun fingers. Serious. With Bibles in their hands, bro. Because I spent 2 months with these guys. But it's a real good cause. Bruv, trust me. Serious? At face value, you can laugh, but...
The thing is, it's just such an oxymoron. The whole
oxymoron,
thing is just crazy. But it makes perfect sense. If you're going to do a Martin, just do it to the devil.
But it does make perfect sense.
Listen. Good luck, all right, that's dangerous.
I know why he's been here for time.
I'll tell you why that's dangerous, because the devil, like how you perceive the devil, might be different to how I perceive the devil. So when you say the devil, you might some people might interpret that as like a spirit, like the evil spirit or whatever. But other people might interpret that as you.
Devil, that's the thing.
So if you're telling me
about drilling on him,
and then I'm alright, so then I can do that, and then the Most High is cool with that. So I can go to the gates now and tell God, I just nanked man up because because he was the devil.
Yeah.
But that's what people are doing every day anyway. Really.
But going back. So this church, it's fucked. Wait for the film to come out. BBC have already done one. Don't watch it one. Watch my thing. It'll be out soon. But they're telling me their gospel drill group, they're called Hope Dealers. Yeah. There's a group about, I think there's like 5, 6 of them. Half of them are like ex-gang members or were on the streets living this life of crime, and they took them in. They were saying how they like pull up on them in their Range Rover, they all jump out, they say, look bro, what are you on? Like, what's happening? Come, let's show you a better life. Like, we can teach you that you can still have the rollie, whatever, but you don't need to be living this life of crime. Fam, he was saying I don't want to mention any names, but people that we all know have come to this altar, like come to the front of the church and just dropped everything, and they're crying. Big people who we all know have just come and given up everything, and bro, because like their message is that no one wants to be doing this.
Of course,
it's true.
Yeah, of course.
And the only reason they're doing it is because they're doing it. And the only reason they're doing it is because they're doing it. And they're doing it because they're doing it.
And being scared as well. Because I think people forget that a lot of the youths are just scared.
Yeah.
So they, a lot of that happens from, if I've got an issue with you, you're across the world, I've got an issue with you, I don't know what you got. I know what I've got. But if you come to me, I'm just going to take this out because you might have something on me, and then it's just me or you. And then also there's other beefs that are just mad hereditary, innit? Because there's things that have been going on for years, and it's difficult to stop now, because if someone dies, if someone dies, how do you come in the middle and say, all right, allow it now?
Yeah.
Shall I tell you something?
It's hard to do that.
I was
you gotta go soon, by the way.
Yeah, I gotta go to some. You heard about
this?
Don't
worry, go on.
Yeah.
Say, don't leave
so Spen
big up Spen, by the way.
Seattle Gold. I try and do some film with him, but he's quite camera shy. But anyway, so I spent a good few weeks with him. Like, we're just talking, man. And I used to go to Seattle Gold every now and again. Like, he's just a very nice person to be around as well. He's a lovely guy, and he was just chatting to me about how they had beef. Like,
well, their thing was
crazy.
Different.
Like, went back like Spender.
Different.
Yeah, it was different. Their beef was crazy, but Spen was telling me how he just went over to their like rival gang or whatever and just said, let's squash the beef.
Yeah. Well, do you know that enough older men are doing that now, by the way? Like, there's a lot of older men like that are trying to just squash the beef now.
Because they probably see...
Well, they have families and shit now, and like some of them are older, and like I think sometimes you get to a point in your... You know what it is, yeah? For some people, you hit your state of consciousness late in your life for whatever reason. Do you know what I mean? And that's why I could never knock that. If a man hits his state of consciousness really late in his life and realizes, you know what, like all of this is long, then so be it. Some people get it mad early and manage to distance themselves from it. If you do, I applaud you. Do you get me? Man. But it's difficult. I got mine. I feel like I had my state of consciousness late, bro. I was like, it was mad.
I had to wait for my son.
Yeah,
really. Only then, really.
Sometimes that's what it is, isn't it?
The only time when I was just like, I can't really do, bro.
When you see your baby, like,
of course.
There,
this is why, you know what? Yeah,
Poet said.
I'm gonna tell Poet this when he comes back, though. Like one day in context, but one time we did do a podcast.
Yes.
Yeah.
A
couple of years back, and he was like, I don't know how people put their kids up on the Instagram, and do you know what I do? I don't do none of that. What I do is I just give my mum the money and send her to Jamaica. That's what I do. I don't put her up there because I give everybody my life, and why am I giving everybody a bit of my... Then I said to him, I don't have kids, so I don't know. But I said to him, I could imagine that when you have a child,
you have this like world.
Big... No, it's not even that. Like, you have this like big bundle of joy, and it makes you so happy to a different degree.
Face when he said that.
And then you just like, and then you just can't help it. Do you get what I'm saying? And then no, because no, because and this and that, and it's a big argument. And now,
boy,
do you know what? Yeah, let me tell you what was even funny about that. I don't think he'll admit this. Yeah, but when he had his kids, I think that he was trying to keep the same energy for a little while.
Yeah, he tried.
He was trying to keep the same energy.
He used to cover their face.
Wait. He tried to keep the same energy because he wasn't.
You'd only hear or see the kids' feet.
Yeah.
Or see the kids.
Exactly. But then I could see that he was getting to that stage where it was like, I just need to do it.
Yeah, no, bro. I clocked this as well. Because Poet, like, I think it was around Christmas time, we shot something for Radar, innit?
Yeah.
And he was like, and he never used to. I was like, bro, I want to see what your kids look like. I've never seen them because on your stories, always their legs or some shit. And he just showed me this video. I was like, bro, they're beautiful.
Like, how could you not?
They're beautiful.
Like, actually, how could you not?
And then ever since after Christmas, slowly but surely, like, one story here, then one story there. But it was never a main post, it was just a story. Then one time it was like a main post. The two of them, I was like, say no more, fam.
Yeah. Now it's every day. Yeah. It's nice every day.
It's mad, innit? It just softens man up, innit? It definitely softens you up.
And again, like, sometimes, for some people, when they have their children, you can hit a different state of consciousness. Because
some people get depressed from that shit, fam. Postnatal depression, innit?
Yeah.
Sometimes people are like, right, I actually have a kid, and then it just drives them.
It's a big shock to the system.
Of course, it is a big shock.
It depends. Like,
as much as you can,
you gotta roll with it.
Yeah, as much as you can prepare yourself, as much as you can get like the bugaboo buggies, the new cotton shit. When you see, like,
of course,
it's mad. It's your heart outside of your body.
Yeah. But I'll be honest with you. When I do eventually have my child, I don't know if I'm gonna do that immediately out of the pooch one. The reason why is because sometimes babies don't always look mad cute.
Oh
bro. So you got sometimes you
got
the first few months kids are butters. Give it a couple of
the first few months kids are butters. Fam, I can't lie to you.
Like, it's hard. It's hard to look at a baby like as soon as it's out and say that it's cute because you're lying,
bro.
kinda.
You are like, bro. Sometimes
you're kind of lying.
My son looked cute.
I'm gonna be one.
There's some,
but then he had like a next week where he just looked a bit like,
yeah.
And then like,
exactly.
Fam, I'm not
gonna lie. If your baby comes out mad cute straight away, it's problems for you later.
Yeah.
Now I'll tell you why. Nah, because I think that maybe it's downhill from then. I think you might want your baby to be mad ugly, because then you know what I mean. The flower starts to blossom.
If the peak of your youth's like beautifulness is when they come out, it's L.
It's
mad.
It's mad. Let me tell you something.
It can't be too straight away. Your baby just looks mad cute.
I feel bad saying this, innit? I feel bad saying this, but I'm gonna keep it 1,033%, fam. When my niece was born, I thought you were clapped.
Oh shit!
But now, no, I'm joking. But bro, I just see babies, I just see babies, and I'm like, you're fully clapped, fam. Like,
so am I.
But then they.
But I look at it like this: when somebody shows me their baby and it's ugly, I think this is great.
Yeah.
In my head, obviously I wouldn't say it because they might not. Their train of thought might not be like mine. But I'm like, this is amazing. your baby is proper ugly. Because you know what? That flower is going to blossom and you're going to be nice. If your baby is mad cute
if I just
from
had
the get-go...
If I just had a kid and you came up to me...
Now, I'd say, you know what, bro? This is amazing.
Yeah.
Like, you're a father and your baby's ugly.
That's mad.